Yo, what's going on YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and we are taking a look today at the Colorado Avalanche's forward, Nazem Kadri, being suspended for 8 games throughout the postseason here for the Colorado Avalanche. We'll be taking a look at that in this video. Guys, it's happened once again. He just can't help himself. Colorado Avalanche center Nazem Kadri suspended 8 games. Whether that's the rest of this postseason or going into next year, Nazem Kadri is suspended for 8 games. Now you may be wondering to yourself, what's the reason for that? Well, most recently in the last game between the Avalanche and the St. Louis Blues, the second most recent game, Nazem Kadri had a questionable, to say the least, hit on the blind side of St. Louis Blues defenseman Justin Faulk. Now, there's so many things wrong with this hit. I hate to be that guy because normally I'm pretty fair with these hits in terms of a lot of people are very quick to say, oh, that was a cheap hit, this and that. I'm pretty libertarian in that regard. I really don't think, again, for the most part, you look at the hit, in quick speed, it looks like a bad hit right off the bat. You see Justin Faulk, the way he went down, wasn't getting up right away. He actually looked like he was out cold. And obviously, that is not a good look to start with. Nazem Kadri goes into the corner. He knows, crap, he's not getting up. Not a good look. And then, obviously, Mike Hoffman gets in there. I don't remember who else got in there. But you can see guys got involved at that point. Maybe Oscar Sundqvist. Guys were getting involved in the fray afterward, and Nazem Kadri was like, whoa, what's going on? I didn't do anything wrong. What did I do? I hit him. Stop. So, what are the main problems for this? Well, okay, so there's a lot of points that you have to look at. 1, how late was the hit? That's the first thing. And I think it's 3 Mississippi. If you can count 3 Mississippi, and he's, and he gets hit within that time, okay. A little bit close in that regard, if you really do it. So that's one thing, not in Kadri's favor. Yeah, and he didn't have the puck. 2, did he leave his feet? It didn't look like he left his feet, which is probably the one good thing about this hit from Nazem Kadri. He didn't leave his feet. So, I guess that's a win for Kadri. Third thing, what was the main point of contact? Because ideally, when you're hitting a guy, you use your shoulder, right? You use your shoulder to hit into the other player's chest. Like right in this frame here, he missed. He hit him in the head. So if the principal point of contact is the head area, and you see that head get knocked back the way Justin Faulk did and got pretty much knocked out cold, that's head contact. Again, not in Kadri's favor. All right, so let's continue along, shall we? All right, well, what else is wrong with it? Again, where did Nazem Kadri come from when he hit Justin Faulk? Did he come from his blind side, the side he wasn't looking at? Yes. He didn't hit him straight on. He hit him from the side on his blind side when he wasn't looking. Again, not in Nazem Kadri's favor. So you see the theme here. If you break down the hit, in real time, it didn't look great. And if you look at it a couple of times, you could see even the announcers, they were like, yeah, no, this is a suspension. And you could tell that it was going to be a major penalty. Kadri was in the box. The fans were booing, whatever. But the problem is, it's not only the hit, we're talking about Nazem Kadri. Now, if you guys want to know the history about Nazem Kadri, we're going to talk about it now. Nazem Kadri was drafted by the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he was a really solid player there. For the most part, he was a third, really, at points during their rebuild, he was the first-line center, second-line center, and eventually became the third-line center of the Toronto Maple Leafs. And throughout his time there, they had some playoff appearances against the Boston Bruins. The first series, there was a questionable hit, to say the least, in the corner. It looked like somebody was up against the boards, and he kind of just went right into the guy. And again, principal point of contact, head. He leaped into the guy, into the boards. Again, not good. And he got suspended for that in that Bruins series. And you could argue with Kadri out of the lineup as their third-line center in that series, the Leafs lost that series because of Nazem Kadri. So, continues. All right. That's the risk you take with a guy like Kadri in your lineup. He's a little bit of a pest player, and he stepped the line, and it costed them the series, but okay. But then it happened again. The next year, Patrick Marleau was in the corner, and I recently watched this video. Patrick Marleau got hit by Jake DeBrusk in the corner along the players' benches. Clean hit. A little bit close, a little bit late by Jake DeBrusk, but nonetheless still a good hit in the league. And then Nazem Kadri, who casually saw the play happening, goes up to Jake DeBrusk and cross-checks him right across the face. So now we have a bigger issue. Now Jake DeBrusk gets hit. A point of contact is the face, and now Kadri gets suspended again. And this time, the punishment was not only losing that playoff series, not only getting suspended. Kyle Dubas had to make the decision that he was going to move on from Nazem Kadri. The Leaf fans were done with Nazem Kadri at this point. The management, the coaching staff was all done with Nazem Kadri and his antics at this point. And even before all this stuff in the playoffs, he has had problems in the regular season with suspensions. So, if this was any other player, if this was Bowen Byram, if this was Eric Johnson, if this was Matt Calvert, if anybody, Val Natushkin, but it was Nazem Kadri. And because of that, I don't think the Avs are losing this series against the St. Louis Blues. Let's be honest. They're up 3-0. Again, I've seen crazier things happen, but let's be honest, they've kind of dominated the St. Louis Blues, and they've already won Game 3 since this whole situation. And Alex Newhook has already taken his spot in the lineup. I'm not worried about the Avalanche with this whole suspension. They're going to be fine. They have depth, plenty of it. The real problem is Nazem Kadri. Because now he had a new opportunity. He had the Leafs, who are a cup contender, and he blew his opportunity there. And now the Avalanche, who have are going to have cap issues of their own this summer, is it worth at least the thought of leaving Nazem Kadri unprotected at the expansion draft? This is more of an indictment on Nazem Kadri's career, and not that much for the Avalanche. I don't think this is that big of a loss, if we're being honest. The Avalanche have plenty of good centers. Tyson Yost, like I said, Alex Newhook, who scored his first pro goal as a rookie, being the game winner in that Game 3 against the Blues. So they don't really need help in the center category, and Newhook is a lot cheaper than Nazem Kadri on that third line, and you could rely on him being in the lineup and not maybe laying a dirty hit in an important series, or for that matter, just in the playoffs in general. So it brings up the question, what is the future of Nazem Kadri? Is Joe Sakic going to look at this and say, we need more cap space, and if we can move Nazem Kadri's $5, $6, $7 million contract to Seattle, is it worth us giving up a second-round pick for them to take Nazem Kadri in the expansion draft? And that's the thing now for Nazem Kadri. Now Nazem Kadri is being moved once again. And these have been now two at that point, if he were to get traded this summer, two teams that really, let's be honest, were Stanley Cup contenders. The Leafs and now the Avalanche. He could really be burning some bridges at potential Stanley Cup championships because of his discipline issues. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens here when Kadri comes back, if he comes back. because now, at the very least, he's going to miss the rest of this series, and going into the next series, depending on how long the Avalanche playoffs is, he could be missing the next series. Even if they win this next game, at best, he would be back in a Game 7 against the next round opponent. So, again, this is a really big thing for Nazem Kadri. And like I said, new guys coming in the lineup, younger, cheaper guys. Nazem Kadri, buddy, your job is not secure. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you think of the future of Nazem Kadri? I'm telling you, I think this is really an intriguing story because we've heard about this same story with Nazem Kadri not once, not twice, now the third time that Nazem Kadri has been suspended in the postseason for a questionable play. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And if you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, you guys know what to do. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.